Alright guys, today we're talking about something truly amazing, something so versatile, so delicious, so potato-y. That's right, we're diving into the world of growing your own spuds right at home. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Jamie, growing potatoes sounds harder than a plate of soggy chips, but trust me on this one, it's dead simple, even for beginners. We're gonna walk through it together, step by step, and before you know it, you'll be digging up your own glorious homegrown potatoes. Get ready for some proper potato power. First things first, we gotta pick the right potato for the job. Now there's a whole league of spuds out there, each with its own personality. You've got your fluffy russets, perfect for baking and roasting, your creamy Yukon Golds, smashing it in the mash department, and your vibrant red Pontiacs adding a splash of color to any dish. Think about what you love to cook, check out your local climate, and pick a potato that'll thrive in your neck of the woods. Remember, a happy potato is a tasty potato. Next up, we need our potato starters, and that's where seed potatoes come in. Now, these aren't your average spuds from the supermarket. These bad boys are specially grown to be disease-free and bursting with potato potential. You can snag some from your local garden center or online. Once you've got your hands on these beauties, give them a good once-over. If they're bigger lads, you can cut them into pieces, making sure each piece has at least 1 or 2 eyes, those little dimples where the magic happens. Now, potatoes love a good home, and that means prepping the soil like it's a spa day for your spuds. They're not too fussy, these potatoes, but they do appreciate well-drained soil that's nice and loose. Think of it like a comfy bed for your spuds to snuggle into. Now's the time to show your soil some love with some good old-fashioned compost or organic matter. Mix it in well and your potatoes will be over the moon. Right, time to get those potatoes in the ground. Springtime, after the last frost has done its thing, that's your window of opportunity. Dig yourself some trenches about 4 inches deep and pop those seed potatoes in, eyes facing up, like they're looking at you with hope and potato dreams. Give them about a foot of space between each other, so they've got room to grow, and space your rows a good 2 to 3 feet apart. As your potato plants start to poke their heads above the soil, it's time to give them a little hug with some soil. This is called hilling, and it's like tucking your spuds in for a good night's sleep. Mound up the soil around the base of the plants, covering the lower stems. This gives them extra support, prevents those precious potatoes from turning green in the sun, and just generally makes them feel loved. Now, potatoes like a good drink just as much as we do, especially when it's hot out, but we don't want them swimming in a pool of water, do we? Aim for consistently moist soil, not soggy. Stick your finger in the soil. If it feels dry an inch down, it's watering time. A good soak once or twice a week should do the trick, depending on your weather. Just like us, potatoes need a good feed every now and then to grow big and strong. A balanced fertilizer will do the trick. Or you can go for one that's a bit lower in nitrogen, which encourages those tasty tubers to grow nice and plump. Follow the instructions on the packet, and your potatoes will be thanking you for the feast. Now, unfortunately, our potato plants can sometimes attract some unwanted guests, like those pesky Colorado potato beetles. But don't worry, we've got this. Keep an eye out for any critters munching on your plants and give them their marching orders with a blast of water or some organic pest control. Rotating your crops each year can also help keep those pesky pests at bay. This is it, folks. The moment we've all been waiting for, harvest time. You'll know your potatoes are ready to be freed when the foliage starts to die back and turn yellow. Grab yourself a fork or a shovel and gently loosen the soil around the plants. Then, carefully dig up those beauties, being careful not to damage those precious spuds. You've dug up your glorious potatoes. Now it's time to keep them fresh and tasty. Find a cool, dark, and well-ventilated spot for your potato treasure. Like a pirate's bounty, you want to keep them in the best conditions possible. A cool cellar or a pantry works a treat. Avoid storing them in the fridge though, as it can make them taste a bit funny. There you have it, guys. Growing your own potatoes is as easy as that. From choosing your champion spuds to digging up your bounty, it's a rewarding experience that'll have you saying ta-ta to supermarket spuds. So get out there, get your hands dirty, and unleash your inner potato farmer. Trust me, once you've tasted the sweet, earthy flavor of a homegrown potato, there's no going back. Happy growing.